Okay. So hi everyone. Starting with the today's session. So this is our PPT of topics from previous session, wherein it lists all the topics that we would be covering. So the first two topics: fact table, dimension tables, and schemas and types of schemas. Those we have already covered in last session. So we are already done with schemas, star schema, their characteristics, the snowflake schema, characteristic of snowflake schema, galaxy schema, and today our session is relationships. So talking about the relational database, whenever we talk about relational database, so it is always based on relationships, multiple tables.
This
Okay.
this
Yeah, Neil?
hello. Yeah, sorry to interrupt you. Can you give brief on Snowflake and Star Schema? Actually, I missed your session.
Anil,
Is it?
you could probably follow with the videos because we are limited on time. So probably you would have better idea because that would take some time. So if you could
Okay,
follow
okay,
with
fair.
those videos and any concerns, we could you could ask those questions and probably we could solve that.
Okay, fine. Then I got.
Okay, so starting with the relationships, as we know that relationships they are foundations for our relational database. Whenever we talk of database, the tables, the very important part is relationships. So going by definition, relationship is a situation that exists between two relational database tables when one table has a foreign key that references primary key of other table. Means whenever we have two tables, so the one of the table it has a foreign key. Foreign key is a key which is a primary key in another table. That means the two tables they are related with some key or some common column. Key here means a common column. When they are related with
Okay.
a common column, that is called as a key, and that serves as a relationship between two tables. So relationships allow relational database to split and store data in different tables while linking disparate data items. So one feature we could cover with relationships is that instead of having a single table containing all the data, what we could have is we could have separate smaller tables which would then be related through relationships. So we could normalize our data instead of having just one table with large amount of data and duplicate data. So what we could do is we could have smaller tables which would have
There's one.
less.
There's
Yeah, Anil?
there's one. Yeah, one small suggestion. Can you go a little bit slow?
Sure, sure. So what relationships they do is when we have data in multiple in a single table that can be broken or normalized into multiple tables, and then those tables we could connect using relationship keys, or let's say we could use foreign keys to connect those tables. So there are, so whenever we talk of relational database, we they are just depicted using ER diagrams, that is basically entity relationship diagrams, wherein entity are the objects and relationships are the connections between those tables. So there are three types of relationships which
Mhm.
are used. One is one to one, then second is one to many. It could be also said as many to one. One to many and many to one is same thing, just the angle from which we view both these relationships that is different. And then
Okay.
third one is the many to many relationships. So now we would be talking about different types of relationships. Firstly, one to one relationship. For example, we have two tables, Anil, like one is person table and another is
Mhm.
passport table. So if you see in the diagram, there is one has one. So the diamond it contains the relationship that it has. And if you see on both sides of diamond, there is one. That is one person has one passport. Because whenever we go for a passport, only one person can have a one passport. No two people can one person cannot have two passports. Or let's say two passport IDs. He would be having a unique passport ID. Every person would be having one. And same goes for
Okay.
passport. Whenever you talk about a passport ID, it is assigned only to a single person. A same passport ID cannot be assigned to two people. So if we talk about two tables, one has information about the people and the other has information about the passports. So those are unique, that one person would be having one passport, and again one passport ID that would be assigned to one person. So this is a one-to-one relationship. So going by definition, such a relationship exists when each record of one table is related to only one record of other table. So this is the key
Like
over
unique.
here.
Yeah, you're telling like unique, right?
Yeah, unique. And then, for example, now we have already depicted the example. So I believe that is clear that using this example, right, that how one-to-one relationship works. Then the next part is one-to-many. If you see in this slide, you have that I have written 1/1-1. That is 1-to-1. Every one entity is connected to another entity from other table. That one entity cannot have two related entities. And same for the other table, that if we view from passport size, that only one passport ID can be sent to one person. So in both directions, it is 1-to-1. If either we view it from person side or if we view it from passport size, so it is 1-to-1.
Okay.
So the next relationship is one-to-many. If you see in the bracket, I have written 1 slash asterisk. So asterisk here means many, that 1-to-many. So if you see an example, so here we have a diagram that we have depicted the diagram using ER diagram, whereas we have customer and accounts table. Let's say talking about a account, one customer can have multiple accounts, right? If you go to a banking system, every person he can have multiple accounts. He is not restricted to a single account. But whenever we talk from the account side, that there's a single one account, so it can only be assigned to a single person. Two people, they can't have access to same account unless it is a joint account, right?
Okay.
So that's how it works, that one customer can have multiple accounts, but if we go on account side, one account can only be assigned to a single person.
Okay.
So now going to the definitions. Such a relationship exists when each record of one table can be related to one or more than one record of other table. That one customer can have multiple accounts, or say multiple accounts can be related to one customer. So this relationship is the most common relationship found. Whenever we would be working Power BI with relationships, the tables, we would see that this is the most widely used relationships. Because whenever the Power BI dashboards or reports, they generally deal with the sales data, right? Customer sales, and wherein one customer can place multiple orders. So that again, there is a one-to-many. That one customer, he can place multiple orders. So there's a one-to-many relationship there as well. And a one-to-many relationship can also be said as a many-to-one relationship, depending upon the way we view it. If we view it from customer side, here is one-to-many because one customer can have multiple accounts. But if we view it from the account side, what we would see is that multiple accounts can be assigned to a single customer. So then it becomes many-to-one. So it's just the difference of the angle from which you view it, and one-to-many and many-to-one, they are just the same thing. And the symbols that I have depicted in the braces, 1 to asterisk. So these are the key symbols. So these would be used in a Power BI to identify that what kind of relationships we are dealing with. Whenever we see a star, we would infer from there that it is the many side of a relationship. So the more detail we would be covering when we would be dealing with Power BI data. All right.
Okay. And yeah, I have one doubt here.
Sure.
Yeah, customer have multiple accounts. Yeah, you told customers have multiple accounts, right?
Right.
But suppose we are taking banking system. In banking system, like everyone can have only one account, right? In a bank.
Right.
Is there any?
But let's talk about organization. Like we are working in an organization. So like you are an employee. So but you can still have multiple accounts, right? Just
Sorry?
for sake of keeping data, like I am just keeping a record of how many people have how many accounts, all your personal or professional accounts. If I'm to make a note of that, so I could keep track that you have multiple accounts.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, got it.
Then moving on to the third relationship, that is many to many. That many records in first table are related to multiple records in the second table, and whichever angle we view it, it is always many to many. For example, if you see that a customer and the relationship is buys and then this product, that one customer, he can buy multiple products. What I mean from over here is that product ID. What I mean by product is product ID. That a one customer, he can buy multiple products. right? Whenever we go to market, we could buy multiple, we have multiple types of products. We have food items. In food items, we have multiple like packed items, liquid items. So I could buy multiple products, right?
Yes.
And again, if I go for a product side, if I have some brand of product, like this is, I have a Maggie, like Maggie packet, and that Maggie packet, like that particular brand of Maggie packet can be bought by multiple customers. There are multiple customers that can buy that specific product, right?
Yes. Yes.
So this is how many to many relationship works. That customer can buy multiple products, and multiple products, one product can have multiple customers buying it.
Yes.
So going by definition, such a relationship exists when each record of first table can be related to one or more than one record of second table, and single record of second table can be related to one or more than record of first table. And then there's example we have already provided. So this was just the basic, that how we need to understand that how relationship works, what are relationships, and what are different kinds of relationships.